Hey, this is Matt from Trailer Pod Boys, and I'm here with David and Quint, and we are in California together, about to try out some tasty items that we have heard about, but have not actually, well, at least Dave and I haven't actually tasted from the Trailer Park Boys saga. In a little video we are going to call Pop, Chips, and a Bar, and what we got is some Canadian soda, specifically some red cream crushed soda.
Pink.
Some pink cream crushed soda, some chips that we've heard numerous times on Trailer Park Boys, and some candy bars that we heard. So we are going to test these out and give you a perspective from our point of view in this video, and we'll see how that all comes out very shortly as we roll on with what we are calling Pop, Chips, and a Bar. So, for the pop portion of the Pop, Chips, and a Bar video, we're going to use the pink cream soda, or the crushed pink cream soda, or as the soda mousse, apparently, as the French say. Yes. Point being is that we do have a crushed cream soda available in the U.S., but we don't have the pink version. I don't know what the taste difference will be. We're about to find out. But this is what we'll be using to cleanse our palate between each tasting here.
We're going to pour these into glasses.
Wow, that's pink. Holy shit.
Told you it's pink. Yeah.
Now, I've had a lot of cream soda in my time, and I've never had pink cream soda.
Well, welcome to pink cream soda, because,
thank you, Canada.
Gentlemen, this is as pink as it really gets. Well, that's almost a red.
That is very red.
That's like...
Holy cow.
I think they're using the band, red 4 dye or something in there.
That's like 5.
I honestly think you can get diabetes just from smoking. That smells sweet.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man, this stuff is like liquid sugar poured in.
All right.
So let's salute.
Das Vidania.
Das Vidania.
Okay.
No, it's not any...
No, it's not any sweeter than a normal cream soda.
It's not sweeter than I'm used to lately. I mean, I've had to cut a lot of... Getting up in the years, I've had to cut a lot of sugar out, but you're right, it's not any sweeter.
No, it's not any... It doesn't actually taste any pinker.
No, it really doesn't taste much different than a regular...
But that's not... I'm going to say that's not pink. That's red.
No, that's red.
It is pretty red.
I'll give it to you.
Anna? But it doesn't taste much different than a regular cream soda.
No.
It's not got a berry taste or anything like that. It's just they put pink dye in it or red dye, you know.
Well, and so here's the thing, like on the East Coast, and Matt can back me up on this. Birch beer and root beer, like you go to the supermarket out there, and there's an entire aisle of like root beer and birch beer, right? And it's like white birch beer and brown birch beer and red and root beer and all this kind of sarsaparilla, and there's like a whole they all taste basically the same.
They do,
right.
So I mean, I'm sure somebody in Pennsylvania is going to like call me out on this, but
well, sure.
I grew up there and I can't tell the difference. Well, I can sort of tell the difference between birch beer and root beer.
Right.
But I mean, this I can't tell the difference between the E-Treat cream soda that I grew up with and this.
I expected this to just blow me away in sweetness, but it actually smells sweeter than it tastes.
It does. It gives off a huge sweet aroma.
And to be honest, growing up, drinking a cream soda or a pink cream soda, I could never tell the difference either.
Okay.
To me, it's just dye, but I'm sure there is a chemical or two of difference in there, but I can't discern it. Yeah. I mean, for my palate, I just can't discern it. But this was the only thing that I grew up with that I could think of to introduce, other than like Fanta Orange or something like that, which is available in other countries. That was uniquely Canadian, was the pink cream soda, or red in this case, because this is bloody red.
Yeah.
Cream soda.
All right. Excellent. So it's a good palate cleanser. Let's move on to our first chip.
We're going to start off with these Ruffles All Dressed, or as Ricky calls them, dressed all over. So, I don't have any experience with Well, I wouldn't say any of these. I certainly have no experience with these chips. So, Quint, if you have something to say about the dressed, or I'm sorry, I almost fucked up. I almost called them dressed all over. But the all dressed,
chips, or AKA dressed all over. I have very little experience with dressed all over because it was a phenomenon that was only starting just as I left Canada. So, I remember tasting them, but this is going to be as interesting for you guys as it is for me.
Now, what I read online was that it was the old Dutch company. Now, maybe Ruffles is the same thing, but
no, it isn't.
No. The old Dutch took like a little bit of each of their seasoning and mixed it in one big batch, and that's how they flavored their chips. I don't know if Ruffles does the same thing, but
and from what I understood was that Old Dutch took all of the leftover flavorings that they had because they didn't have enough for a batch and mixed them all in and made a batch of chips.
Okay.
So that was what I heard. But we've got the Ruffles flavor of all dressed or dressed all over, as Ricky would call them, and so we're going to try it.
Hey, dressed all over.
Dressed all over.
Oh, that's...
What do you got there?
I don't know.
Give me the whiff. Give me the whiff. You know, I get that dill pickle right off the bat.
Really? I got sour cream and onion.
That's possible too. You know, there's all those... Yeah, I get the sour cream there.
This is sort of like the everything bagel, right?
This is the everything bagel.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the everything bagel with the everything cream cheese.
Yeah.
I got a chip.
All right, let me grab a chip here. Yeah, I smell the cream cheese.
Yeah.
I smell the
dill. I smell the vinegar. There's a lot of vinegar happening.
And
I smell and taste with the individual chip. Goes right to barbecue.
Got the sour cream and onion.
I got the barbecue. I get the sour cream and onion.
Little barbecue.
To me, it just tastes like the chip. Meh.
Yeah. Right.
It's a chip.
It's like once you take all your crayons and color them all together, you get black.
Right.
Right. It's like
this is the black chip.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the black chip. It's like I taste a little bit of everything, but nothing is predominant, and it's just kind of like
Right. The only thing. It's a little bit like the predominant flavor is maybe vinegar and dill.
And barbecue. I get the barbecue.
I don't see. That's the thing. I can taste the barbecue, but it's not overpowering anything.
Honestly, that's all I get.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
No, let me try one more. And let me the salt and vinegar is very prominent on the nose, and when you first get a bite, it's like that. All you taste is that vinegar.
There's a lot of vinegar-based barbecue joints in the South, in Florida. Maybe that's where I'm getting pure barbecue flavor from, because that's what I'm used to in barbecue flavor.
Yep. So growing up with chips, this would not be a favorite.
No, and personally, I grew up with sort of plain chips. I was never a big fan of the flavored stuff. And it's okay. I would eat it. I would eat it at a party if it was the only thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
but
it's not bad.
It's not something I would tend to.
Yeah, it's not something I would buy at a supermarket or anything like that. 'Cause it's like I don't
think I'd send a shirted Randy out to get these.
Or even an unshirted Randy.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't even send Trina out to get these.
No.
Yeah, no.
Or even a Corey or Trevor.
Yeah. Well, maybe Trevor.
So
I might send Trevor out.
Out of a 1 to 5, I'm giving it like a 1 or a 2.
I was going to give it a 2.5. It's a middle of the road.
It definitely has that sort of vinegar shaker on it.
It's got it's got an onion and a pepper on it. Now maybe onion, but no pepper.
No, I don't.
I get no pepper.
I'm not getting any pepper.
So
It's false advertising.
Out of a 5, I'm going to give it a 3. Just because it delivers. It delivers on what it says. It says it's all dressed.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
I'm getting the hints of everything that I want. I'm getting the salt and vinegar. I am getting the dill pickle. I'm getting the barbecue. Out of all this stuff, I'm giving it a 3 just because it delivers on what it advertises.
You know what? You're right, because it's not like 3's average. It's not bad tasting.
No, it's not bad.
It's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine, and I'll give this a 3 just because it delivers on what it advertises, which is
simulated flavor.
Simulated flavor.
I'm gonna stick with my 2.5 because it's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
What do we got next?
All right, so we're gonna move on to the Old Dutch ketchup flavored chips. And the one thing I wanted to note, and we kind of started to talk about off camera, but I saved it, was that every one of these chips has a French translation for their flavor except for ketchup. Yes. Ketchup apparently is universal.
Well, no, we English language stole ketchup from the French.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And that is why ketchup is spelt the same way in both languages. And that's why it's not spelt catsup like you spell it here in America.
That's not interesting.
Ketchup chips. So I'm thinking this is one of the ones we're going to have to open both bags.
Really?
Ooh,
oh,
that's
yeah. I'm thinking...
You know what? The Order Factory... really? I'm not enjoying the Order Factory part, but I know how the taste is going to be. I'm getting clothes off the Order Factory taste.
Oh, yeah. Ketchup fucking chips. That's fucking good. Oh, this has even got a little bit of black pepper in it.
It's salty.
Yep.
A little peppery, you're right. Definitely, man, huge ketchup flavor.
Oh, yeah. Huge. I mean, they deliver on the advertisement, right?
Yeah, definitely. But you're right, Matt. It didn't exactly smell like ketchup.
No.
It smelled like...
You don't smell ketchup chips, dude.
No.
That's a bad thing.
But the taste.
Oh, but the taste is just like... I mean, this is like eating ketchup fries that are crispy. They don't subdue the vinegar on it.
So that's
it's like a...
I prefer a subtler vinegar.
Okay.
You know?
That makes sense to me. I mean, you know, for a lot of people that strong vinegar taste is not a fun taste, but for anybody who likes the sours and likes that stuff, this is just a...
So one of my first jobs was working at a French fry stand in the Q-Mart. And the condiments that we had lined up for people to put in, we basically, I mean, it was the purest French fries you could make. We took a potato, sliced it, fried it, served it to people with nothing on it.
Right.
So the condiments that you could have, there was salt, there was ketchup, and there was the vinegar. That vinegar bottle that's on that.
Yeah, yeah.
The exact bottle with clear vinegar in it. And so I never got that. Like I don't understand why people would put vinegar on potatoes. But I mean, I'll get it. It's cool, right? Especially when you get processed potato chips.
Sure.
It adds a little kind of a kick to it. But
so this is
personally, I would go a little bit less.
So this is not just vinegar. This is a malt vinegar.
Oh, okay.
Right. This is like that malt vinegar that you put into real ketchup, where go to Britain, you get fish and chips, and what they serve you is salt and vinegar, but the vinegar is malt vinegar.
Right.
And that's that flavor that you're tasting here with that really strong vinegar flavor is that malt vinegar. And ketchup chips, every kid in Canada knows.
Out of 5, I'd give this a 4, a solid 4. And that's only because we only have 3 chips. I hate to give it a 5 because it's perfection, but certainly it's a solid 4.
Dave?
I would give it a 3.5 because it definitely delivers on the promise. I mean, it's a ketchup tasting chip.
Yep.
It's exactly what it tastes like. Personally, just my personal taste, it's not something I would buy.
Okay.
That often.
5! Oh yeah, this is the epitome of a potato chip. I mean, what they've done here, Old Dutch, is just phenomenal. What they've done is they've taken the potato chip and...
Alright, moving on to the dill pickle. And of all these 3 chips, dill pickle is the only one I've actually tried in different varieties. Although I'm curious to try the Old Dutch version. But long story short, if you're a fan of our Facebook page, you've seen that I recently posted a finding of Lay's dill pickles in Florida. I don't know if that's a whole nationwide thing in the U.S. Obviously, Canada has them more prevalent than we do, but I think I know how these are going to taste, so I'm going to defer to Quint on the dill, anything to do with dill pickle right now.
Again, another Old Dutch product, and Old Dutch, awesome. Dill pickle was another one of my childhood favorites. Not right up there with ketchup, but it's still a really good flavor. And I recently did a diet thing, and one of the things that they had that was a protein thing was a dill pickle crisp thing that was exactly like dill pickle chips. So I was totally stoked. Dill pickle chips, another staple food for any Canadian junk food connoisseur.
This one I'm looking forward to because I've had several different versions of this in the U.S., so I want to see the original take.
Yeah, I've definitely had dill chips here.
Right off the bat, I am getting something different than I've gotten in any other bag.
Dill fucking pickle, man.
Ooh, that, you know what? It goes beyond the dill pickle, right?
Yes, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting more
dill.
Yes.
Well,
right?
it is dill. It's pure dill until you bite into it, and that's when you get that vinegary, pickle-ish,
All right.
you know.
Let's do it. I'm gonna cleanse my palate.
You cleanse because I don't need to cleanse. I've had some scotch, and I am gonna be.
Now I taste of sugar.
Yeah, now I taste.
I lost another tooth.
Yeah. So you can see the dill, like you can see the dill like flakes and stuff.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's like,
and there's no mistaking dill. If you've ever cooked with dill weed,
Yeah,
that's what.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
it looks like.
That's a nice chip.
That's my favorite.
I like this chip. I definitely taste the vinegar, but it's not overpowering.
No.
And you know what? It's not even like, because I eat dill pickles frequently on sandwiches and stuff. It's not even as powerful as that.
So there's something on this that is not on the U.S. versions that I've tasted, but I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, no, it's just more dill, less vinegar. I think is what it is.
I think, yeah.
well, to me, I love the dill pickle chip, but it is, it's one of those things where, first of all, you see the dill on the chip, that is something that is uniquely Old Dutch, where they're not simulating the dill flavor.
Right.
The dill flavor is there because there's fucking dill on the chip.
It does not. I can guarantee right here. It says flavor guaranteed. It does not say simulated flavor like it does on the fucking Ruffles over there.
Nope. This is like they put real dill onto the chip. They've got real vinegar. They've also got just a hint of those pickling spices, but not enough to overpower the dill.
Yeah.
Enough vinegar to.
You have an 800 number if you have any questions or comments. We can call them right now and.
All right.
Live on the thing.
You can cut this if you want.
For a review, if you're going right into a review, I'm gonna go with a 5. This is my favorite of the three.
You like that?
This is a 5.
I'm going 4.5. I'm digging these chips right here.
So, Jesus, I'm gonna go a 4 3/4 because I cannot rate these above the ketchup chip. I can't do it because the ketchup chip is my favorite, but these are a good chip.
All right, I'll give you that. All right, well, yeah, that's a damn good chip. So,
all right. So let's
move on to the sweet. Yep.
Well, wait a minute. I am going to call.
I'm
going to call. Hi. This is the Trailer Pod Boys, and we are doing a review on several different flavors of chips from Canada, and we've reviewed a Ruffles flavored all dressed. We've also reviewed an Old Dutch ketchup chip and an Old Dutch dill pickle chip. Now, the Old Dutch chips have won our reviews hands down, and we are just calling to say, thank you so much. If you want to call me back with a reply, you can do that. Feel free, and have a good day. Thank you.
Moving on to the sweet category, we're going to start off with this Coffee Crisp. I don't know anything about Coffee Crisp in this miniature version. Can't tell much about it, so what can you tell me about a Coffee Crisp bar?
So, the miniature versions are actually one of the best depictions of the full version of a bar that I've ever had. I mean, you get, you go Halloweening and you get all these mini versions of everything, and this is one of the best replications, mini-wise, for a full bar that I've ever had. And Coffee Crisp is, it is just one of the best chocolate bars I have ever tasted.
Need to go around.
Good stuff.
So does it taste like coffee?
It has a hint of coffee.
Hint of coffee.
It is one of those things where you do not have to like coffee to enjoy these things.
Fair enough. All right.
In fact, there's several people at work that have have commented that you don't have to like coffee to like these.
Definitely has a hint of it.
It has a smell of coffee.
It does. Oh shit.
Want to go over there?
Not bad.
It's kind of like... Yeah, it definitely does not taste overpoweringly of coffee.
Mm-mm.
I don't really taste coffee at all, actually. It kind of tastes like a Kit Kat or a biscotti or something. A little bit of chocolate, just like barely a hint of chocolate wrapper around it.
And the wafer.
And a wafer. There's a wafer, a stack of wafers in it.
Oh, that's good. No?
It's okay. Yeah.
Pussy.
I don't like coffee with my...
Oh, now I'm beginning to get that sort of Nilla wafer thing going on.
It's like Nilla wafers with coffee and chocolate. It's like,
See, here's the thing. I hate coffee. And I hate coffee flavor in anything. I can smell the coffee on it. I cannot taste it.
Oh, I can taste it. Yeah. That's what
Maybe my taste buds are just deadened by everything else.
By all the sugar.
It could be.
Yeah.
Pink.
But this is like a mocha in your mouth.
Huh. Yeah, it's fine. It's not doing anything like wonderful. It's good.
I love this one. This is like one of my staple favorites. I mean, with the exception of the crunchy, this would be my favorite chocolate bar in Canada.
This is a 1 out of 5 for me.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 out of 5.
Okay.
Jeez. I'm going like a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
Yeah. This is what chocolate bars should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd go
wrong.
with 3 out of 5. It's like, it's fine. It was pleasant. Didn't really like sway me either way. Didn't.
That's cool.
It was
I mean,
nice.
it's just
It has a little bit of a coffee aftertaste.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to deduct a half a point.
You can do that. I mean, because you don't like coffee.
Exactly.
Of
Just
course, But for me, this is like, this is what a coffee creamer. This is what
Exactly.
This is what a chocolate bar should be. It's got crunch. It's got.
Moving on, we are going to the Aero Bar, and this one I've actually tasted. I'm lucky enough to have a very, as small as it is, an international section in my local grocery store, and I've tasted these, and we got a couple versions. We got the mini Aero Bars, we got the full version Aero Bar, and we got the dark chocolate Aero Bar. So I haven't had these before, so I've never reviewed it before. Never done a candy review of any kind before, so that will be new to me. But I'm looking forward again to tasting this, and well, that's about all I have to say about it until I taste it. So if you have any kind of backstory of your own to share.
All I gotta share with this one is it's bubbles and chocolate. Oh my fucking god, it is so good. And I haven't actually tasted the dark chocolate version, which I purchased when I was up in Canada. So I am really, really interested in tasting this particular version. It's just chocolate populated with air, but for some reason, Aero is just a really, really tasty chocolate. I don't know what the air does to it. I don't know.
We'll try the individual little ones, and I know Quint wants to try the.
Oh yeah. I'm actually gonna start with the dark chocolate one, just because I haven't had this before.
Hey, is that fair?
Okay, I'll start with it. All right, fine. Yeah, you know what I'm looking forward to, though.
I know you like your chocolate bars like you like your man.
Yeah, black and
Dark
hard.
and full of bubbles.
I mean, what?
Wow. Okay, here we go.
It's the bubbles, man.
Yep.
It is a chocolate bar full of bubbles.
Yep.
I'm digging it. It's nice. Look at that.
It's that texture
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
thing. It's really that texture
cow.
thing.
It is a
Because it's just fucking milk chocolate, but it's a texture thing with these guys.
It's weird. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but it is a weird texture because you got to bite in and there's nothing there.
Right.
Right. Yep.
Exactly. But at the same time, the bubbles, it seems like the air is chocolate flavored in those bubbles, kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that's my drunken,
I will say, and I'll give it my rating. It's a good tasting candy bar. I like it. I almost feel like I'm getting cheated because it's all air, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's like I feel like there should be peanuts or caramel or nougat or something right there.
But
like,
it's just air.
It's like, what the hell am I paying for here?
Right.
I don't know how much these cost, but that's a coffee joke. But it says Arrow right on the package, so
Yeah, and it says bubbles on the packaging and all that good stuff.
So I mean, as advertised, it like delivers as advertised. Thank you.
It's a very
I think it's good. I think I'll give it like a 4 because it delivers on its promise, but it kind of feels like there should be something more substantial to it. Now I'll go over the. Now I have to say personally, as you know, I'm more of a milk chocolate person than a dark chocolate person.
I hate dark chocolate. Gross.
So what did you give the original Arrow?
I agree with Dave. I give that a 4, but
What's this one?
This
might be a 0.5. I hate dark chocolate.
Oh, okay. Well, that you suck. Anyway.
Oh.
I kind of have to agree with Matt. This one kind of, you lose all of the charm of the original.
Because it's gross.
Because it's basically you're like biting into dirt with air in it. And some dark chocolate I like. This is not happening for me. This is not doing it.
I love dark chocolate. I prefer it over milk. My original rating on the original Arrow, is about a 4, 4.5. Same as you guys. This one drops down to about a -0.5 because the dark chocolate just completely. It's good dark chocolate. It's not bad dark chocolate anyway, but it completely overpowers anything that the bubbles do for you with the milk chocolate, and there is no point in selling this as an Arrow bar because it's just the chocolate's good, the dark chocolate's good, but you don't get any of that bubble effect. You don't get that whole Arrow effect.
If you're going for light airy, you might as well use milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're going for dark chocolate, let's use a different form factor.
If you're going for
solid bar,
but if you're going for Arrow, even with a dark chocolate, you still got to keep that light, bubbly taste to it, and this does not do that. I mean, this is like chewing. I mean, this is a good dark chocolate. I would get as a dark chocolate. I'd probably give this a 3.5 or a 4, but. Right now, as an Arrow bar, this is a -0.5 or a -0.1 or something like that, or a -1, because this is crap. I mean, I had such high expectations, and this is crap.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I brought this one.
No, it's good.
I mean, I brought this one with the crunchy, and I thought this was going to be a really good thing to taste for me, but this is crap.
Yeah. Good job, Quinn. Okay, so we got 2 more bars to go through. We're going to go to the we only have 1 of these, so this is going to be interesting to share. This is, if I'm not mistaken, your personal contribution to this.
This is my personal contribution. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a crunchy bar here. Again, another one I've not ever seen in this country, so I know nothing about it. But since Quint himself purchased this and brought it down for this bit, I'm going to let him tell us more about that.
So this was my favorite chocolate bar as a kid. I mean, I loved all of the other ones that we're going to talk about, but this alone is my favorite. It has this honeycomb toffee, spongy, crunchy center to it, wrapped in a milk chocolate that is just. I mean, these guys will tell you on their first bites what they think of it, but for me, this was what a chocolate bar meant when I was a child, and I am so looking forward to biting into this baby. Like, this is the epitome of a chocolate bar. This is what a chocolate bar should be.
All right. So what do we have? Describe the crunchy bar to us.
So it's basically somehow they have suspended toffee into this crunchy honeycomb substance in the middle and wrapped it in milk chocolate.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a little toffee thing going on with some air bubbles. Looks crunchy.
And then you chew it, and it gets chewy, and the toffee gets chewy if you chew it a bit.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
This is what a chocolate bar should be.
I still have to say, when I cannot give any chocolate bar a 5 if it doesn't have peanut butter in it. That's
Fuck
just
you.
me. It's weird because you expect it to like really be chewy and stick in your teeth, but like you said, it softens up right away.
Softens up, and if you chew it a little bit in your mouth, you kind of get that gummy, sticky thing, but it just goes away real fast. And it's got those bubbles, so you get that really crunchy, that satisfying crunch to it, and it's sweet, and it's.
I almost expect it to taste like butterscotch.
I know, but it tastes like coffee and milk chocolate.
It's a little sweeter than I like, actually. Not bad, but a little sweeter.
Well, it's a little sweeter than I like nowadays too. But
that little piece I had was perfect. The whole bar though might be too much for me.
Yeah, same here these days. I mean,
of course, we've been eating 6 candy bars.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it.
No, that we've been on a diet where sweet stuff is
it's taboo. Yeah, not bad.
But this is
that's a pretty good bar.
for me. This is a definite 5. This is what I mean, when I was a kid, we always got to go into town and go do a candy run every Saturday.
Yeah.
And, we'd get a certain amount of money from Dad and all this stuff, allowances and all that crap. And this was all.
I'd give it about a 3.5 because that's more of a personal thing. It's not in my taste range, but it's not bad at all. So that's where that comes from.
I have to say 3.5 as well. It's a really good bar. I would still do like a Snickers or a Kit Kat or something ahead of it.
Really?
Yeah, actually I would. I mean, but again, I grew up with those.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's totally understandable. I just, for me, this is an iconic flavor.
Like the toffee thing, I'm not a big, I didn't grow up with toffee that much.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a really good bar. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's a good bar.
Okay. Because, I mean, we used to get toffee bars. It was basically a solid block of toffee.
Yeah.
And, you
For the final bar in the Pop Chips in a Bar, we have several of ironically, the biggest bar. And this one is, it's called Big R Turk. Is this the big version of a Turk bar, or
No, it's kind of confusing.
Okay. I don't know anything about this, so I'm going to turn all 4 of these massive bars over to Quint to explain to us.
All right. So the R is basically what they've added to the Big Turk. These were called Big Turk when I was growing up, and so I guess they've added a segment, and it's about half as long as my dick or something. The Big Turk is, I gotta read it straight off. It's Turkish Delight Locum. And to this day, I have resisted looking up locum on Google simply because I don't want to know.
Is locum French for Turkish Delight? Maybe?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
This is Turkish Delight Locum. I don't know what locum is. I don't want to know what locum is. So any of you who are contemplating sending me the information of what locum is, please resist. It is just like, it's like the chewiest gummy bear wrapped in milk chocolate with a little bit of spicy. It's just awesome. I mean, these are just great. Not as good as a crunchy, but they are awesome.
That's what they have for. There's no reason we can't just have a bar.
Exactly.
You can cleanse a little bit.
Cleansing. How is that cleansing? I'm going Scotch cleansing.
That's so not cleansing.
Big Turk. I totally forgotten about the Big Turk.
So,
right, so what do we have? Set me up here for a Big Turk.
These are unique.
Oh,
these are completely unique. This is a gummy bear wrapped in milk chocolate, except it has
my
a
God,
really unique flavor to the gummy bearish stuff. This is a love it or hate it thing.
I don't know how I feel about this yet. Oh my God.
That's Turkish Delight Yokum you're tasting.
Yokum.
Lokum.
Locum.
Mm-hmm. And it's
No relation to Dwight.
This is the most unique flavor
I wonder
candy bar you will get from Canada.
Yeah.
It is. I wonder if locum is like the French word for Turkish delight.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't think so because it's never ever sold that way, but possibly.
Oh, it's weird. You know what? It's not. It's not so much a gummy bear wrapped in chocolate. It's more like a Swedish fish wrapped in chocolate.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, that is weird.
Yeah.
It is not at all what you would expect from candy bar.
No.
I mean,
I'm really not sure how I feel about this.
It was another one of my, I guess not favorites, but one of my standbys when I was a kid because it was like something I could purchase that neither of my brothers would eat.
Yeah. Well, no one would eat this.
60% less fat than the average chocolate bar. Given what amounts? I mean,
Because no one
seriously,
finishes
right?
one, so I'm not finishing that second half.
So, I mean, I like this stuff. I'm not going to give it a 5. I can't.
No.
But this is definite 3.5 to 4 territory simply because of its uniqueness. It's got the chewy.
That's weird.
This is and keep in mind they were selling this stuff before gummy bears were in existence, before gummy worms were in existence. They were selling this stuff. And it's a very unique flavor. It's almost an herbal flavor to the gummy part, and it's unique. I like it. It's sweet enough that I like it, but it's not overpoweringly sweet, which is another thing I like because overpoweringly sweet.
I gave it a question mark. I still don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna give it a 2 just to be safe because I don't think I'm gonna eat this again. But it's not bad. That's the thing. It's like it's not sitting here going, "Oh, it's so gross," but it's. I'm glad I experienced it. I guess. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. I don't know. And that's the best I can describe. I'll just give it a 2.
I'm going to give it a 3.5. I like it. It is weird though.
Yeah.
I think it would take me. I would almost give it a 4, but I think I need to try it a few more times to give it a 4.
Well, we have plenty.
We got plenty. Yeah. It is a one of those flavors that is kind of a learned flavor and it grows on you sort of thing. They talk about Scotch as a.
Well, that's it for Pop Chips in a Bar. Yeah, totally cleanse my palate now.
I'm actually gonna stop using that.
I'm
now
going
I have
back to the
diabetes.
Scotch.
Yes.
So, thanks for joining us. And if you're not Canadian and have a chance to sample any of these, take our advice for what it's worth. This is 3 guys' opinion on some unique flavors we finally got a hold of from Canada,
And I think our flavors or tastes are varied enough that you can probably try any of this stuff if you can get your hands on it. The only thing that we were really agreed upon was that the Ruffles all dressed are not that good.
Yeah.
Go for the
Go for the
and don't do the dark chocolate arrow. Yeah.
They'll pickle.
They'll put ketchup.
And don't call them on a Saturday night. They're not.
They're not there on a Saturday night. Yeah.
So, for Trailer Pod Boys, I want to thank you once again for watching this, and thank you for continuing to listen to the podcast. So, I'm Matt, and for David and Quint, I will say...